Why do almost 1 billion people not have access to electricity yet? And why do 2.8 billion people still lack access to clean cooking facilities?
So this web lecture is a short introduction to ethical values guiding infrastructure development. Ethics is the practice of judging right and wrong. However, it's a major challenge finding strategies for incorporating ethics into the design of infrastructure projects and in the underlying policies and in regulatory frameworks. Let me give some examples. First one is water. The question is water a human right? Is the key value? And if so, how do we translate that into norms? And at the slide you see the recommendations of the United Nations. Another ethical question is how do we deal with privacy and go to smart cities? Or reflect on this question. If we will have self-driving vehicles in the future, who decides on the algorithms in case an accident cannot be avoided? And so, who is going to be injured? One more question. How can we achieve energy justice and avoid energy poverty? What does it mean? Who benefits and who suffers in the short and long term because of the transition towards sustainable energy? Now, when we look at ethics and public values to discuss the design or transformation of infrastructures, you may consider various principles or factors. The first one is, for example, distributive justice. In other words, defining the benefits and burden among groups of people. Think again about energy supply and energy demand. But also think about water allocation. Water for the cities or water for agriculture. And please remember that unequal distribution of benefits and burden will be an impairment of social support for transition. Another principle that you should consider is procedural justice. And this means the decision-making process. Who is able to participate in this process and in which way? Now, something else that you may consider is that you not only have to look at the final outcome, but also at the long-term transformation process. Another principle is that you have to take account that values change over time. You have to monitor this and, if need be, adjust your performance indicators. Now, one more principle is that you should not limit the debate to simple questions. Questions such as, do you prefer public transport or do you prefer your car? Or do you want nuclear energy or solar power? Instead, you have to assess underlying considerations such as comfort, price, flexibility, stability, or trust in the government, etc. Now, my question for pondering is, what does your country do to achieve energy justice?
How they balance the availability, affordability, and acceptability requirements for energy.
Thank you for watching.